Well, with beach weather comes beach reads. Best-selling author Chantel Guertin joins us now with her favorite picks for the summer. Good morning.
Hi, Annette. How are you?
Great. So I love beach reads because kind of it's a break sometimes, a little bit of a lighter read from some of the heavier stuff we tend to read. And it's a book that you could just pack in a bag and pick up whenever you get a chance.
Yes, and I love that they come out usually about this time. A lot of these books came out in May. And it's great because you can sort of pack them up now. And then if you're getting away, even for a weekend to a cottage this summer, you have something to read.
All right, your first title, Every Summer After.
Yes, so this is by Carly Fortune. This is her debut novel, and Carly is, she was the editor of Refinery 29, which is an entertainment news site. And she wrote this book during the pandemic, and I love it because it is unabashedly Canadian. It's set in Barry's Bay. There is, they drive on the 401 and stop at Tim Hortons. And often we don't see that. We get the Canadian settings hidden or changed for the American markets. And this is a story set in two timelines. So it goes back to when the main character was a teen and she would go to this cottage and she meets the boy next door. Something has happened. We don't know what. And flash forward to today when they're in their 30s and they are reunited. And so I love it because it keeps that sort of train of what happened going throughout the whole book as it jumps back and forth in timeline.
Okay, I'm definitely putting that one on my list, and if it's set in Ontario, that's pretty cool. Now for something wilder, something wilder.
Yeah, so this is by Christina Lauren, and this is the pen name of two authors who write together, and they have about 17 rom-com books out, I think. And this one is fun because it's not just a rom-com, it's also sort of an escape adventure. So it's set in Utah, and the main character's father is a treasure hunter, and so she is off to explore this area. And that, when you're carrying on someone's name, there's going to be some deep-rooted history there. She meets someone that she knew in her past. They're come together, and so I love it because it kind of ties a lot of themes of like family history, the romance, knowing someone, reuniting with them, all together in an adventure.
Okay, what's the next title?
Okay, so the next title is Meant to Be by Emily Giffin. So Emily Giffin, people probably know her from Something Borrowed, which is her probably most famous book made into a movie. And this one is a creative, totally untrue, but retelling of the meeting of JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. So if there's people who love, those kind of celebrity, political romances, and it's not true, and actually there's even JFK in the book as a character, so she's totally changed the name. She's imagined this, but it is a similar telling of the story, and it's really fun. I love those when they're kind of based on the truth.
Oh, that's cool. So it's not considered historic fiction then?
It's not. She says, there is nothing really that is similar, but you can see the similarities between it, between the characters, and sort of that idea of how their story was kind of just like the meeting of two different worlds colliding but how they came to be.
Okay. Tell me about Book Lovers.
Okay. Book Lovers is by Emily Henry. She is huge right now. And this book, is for any book lover. As you can tell, the story is a literary agent, which is the person who would sell an author's book to a publisher, and an editor. And of course, this is a haters to lovers trope. So these two can't stand each other, but find themselves in a small town in North Carolina for the month of summer. The month of summer. Oh boy, summer brain.
That's what it seems like sometimes.
Yeah. So they're trapped sort of in this place for the month of August and keep running into each other. Probably they're going to end up together.
Yes.
But it's also a story of two sisters, and they're on the trip together. And so I love that relationship.
Okay. And the last one is called The Summer Place. Tell me about that one.
Yes. Okay. This is Jennifer Weiner, and she comes out with a new summer beach read every year. And this is part of a trilogy, but that you don't have to read them in order. The other two are called That Summer and Big Summer, and they're set on Cape Cod. There are some characters who come back in each book, but you wouldn't have to read the other ones to enjoy this. It's a story of a woman whose husband has died, and she's sort of lonely. Her entire family was with her during the pandemic, and now they're gone back to their lives. And her granddaughter is getting married, and so the family kind of comes back together again, and a lot of secrets are unraveled, as they do with these kind of families pulled
Okay.
together for a big event.
Okay, fabulous list. I put them all on my to-be-reads. Thank you, Chantel.
You always do.
We'll get them up on our website, chch.com. Happy reading.